everybody, welcome back to another edition of Matchbox Mark's Diecast Restorations. So this project is actually going to be really fun. It's a first for me. First, I've never done a fire truck. And second, I'm doing a dedication build to one of my good buddies named Scott. So he's a really close friend of mine, and we've gone to concerts together and hung out and all that stuff. So anyway, this is for him. He's a retired firefighter. So I just called him up and kind of like got the 411 on his career, not to be confused with 911. Anyway, so I was not familiar with the fire rank and structure and organization, but anyway, he actually began his career as a firefighter, and then he went on to become an engineer. Basically drove the big fire trucks, and then next he became a master firefighter, and then as a master firefighter he had 2 silver bugles, and a captain has 2 gold bugles, so he was almost like an equivalent to the captain. In fact, when his captain was not there, he was an acting captain. So anyway, Scott, this is for you. Hopefully I'll do you proud, and hopefully I got everything right with your career and everything, so, and job titles. So anyway, what we have here is the Merriweather fire engine, and let me see here. It is number 15 Merriweather fire engine, Matchbox series, king size number 15. Now, one good thing about this, if you forget what number it is, well, Matchbox did a good thing, and they put the number on the side. So obviously all trucks have numbers on them, so they wanted to number this with a 15. So this particular model was produced from 1960 to 1970. Or I'm sorry, 1964 to 1970. And from 1971 to 1972. So it went from king size, and then it went to super kings with the super fast wheels, and it went from a red to a metallic red. So anyway, I don't really give the history of these models and the year, and I really need to start doing that. So anyway, so alright, so enough of me talking. So I'm going to take this baby apart and see what it's made of. Stay tuned. Alright, so here we go. Here comes the king size number 15 Merriweather fire engine. So this one here has 1 post, easy. That means I only have to tap 1 hole. And what I really like about this is everything is intact. I actually bought this on eBay. So let me lift up the camera here. So there you go. Goes all the way up to the light almost. So anyway, so let's get cracking. No interior on this, which is kind of a bummer. I think it'd have been cool to have an interior. Let's put the ladder back down for safety. Alright, so let's crack open the bottom and see what we've got. I'm going to probably have to do a lot off camera, because this has a lot of little hinges. Alright, so look at that. It does have a suspension in it, but it doesn't really work anymore. Huh, I was wondering about that. I guess it does a little bit. Let me put it in the camera. I'm not going to worry too much about that. So, obviously the tires are in great shape. And let's see what else we've got here. Okay, so we've got... Oh, that's held in there by a little split washer. Well, that's pretty cool. And then the window unit is held in by the 1 rivet. And then I'll just take the rest of the hinge pins apart. Alright, stay tuned. Alright, so got the fire engine all taken apart. So 26 pieces. Yes, I counted them. So anyway, all the pieces are in great shape, so that's good. I don't have to do any repairs or body work or anything like that. So when I'm done, I'm hoping it'll look brand spanking new. And Scott, hopefully you'll be proud to drive this thing. So anyway, even though you're retired, we could I guess call you out of retirement, maybe for one last spin around the block. So anyway, all right. So stay tuned. All right, so here's the fire truck in the citrus strip. So a lot of pieces to strip on this thing. Got the two bells, the little control tower for the ladder, the truck, the base, the ladder, the swivel thingy. So hopefully pretty soon the paint will be off, and then we'll see what we've got. Stay tuned. All right, so here's the fire truck, all getting ready to be paint free here for a little bit. So it looks like the citrus strip did its job. All right, stay tuned, get the paint off, and then wire brush it, and then see what we've got. Stay tuned. All right, so I got all the paint off the appropriate pieces. The little bells in that little control panel thingy, that didn't really come off. So I don't know if it's gold plated or, hey, maybe it's solid gold. Who knows? Anyway, so I've decided with the ladder, instead of painting it gray, I think I'm going to paint it like a chrome silver. That'll be the only deviation I do with this model. So here's the fire truck. Man, I'll tell you, there was so many little places that paint could hide. I got most of it, and I'm going to be happy with it, to be honest with you. So I'm going to go wash it with some soap and water and get ready for primer. All right, stay tuned. All right, so here is the truck, fire truck, primed up. And I don't know why, I had to put a lot of layers on this. It just was not adhering very well to the model. But anyway, I think it's ready for a coat of paint. So there's that part. There's a little swingy thingy that the fireman stands on to control the ladder. And then there's the base. And then there's the ladders. All right. Stay tuned. All right, so this is actually take 2 on the fire truck. So when I was primering it, it was like, I don't know, 6 bucketfuls of sand were coming out, and it was really grainy texture, and I don't know what would cause that. So I'm gonna go ahead and start over, maybe buff it a little bit, sand it, take my time. So I really want this to come out good for my buddy Scott. So Scott, here we go, take 2. All right, it is time to assemble the Merriweather fire engine. Scott, hopefully you will give it the seal of approval when I'm done. So stay tuned as I put this together. All right, before we do the final reveal, let's take a look at what she looked like before we started this resto. So it's actually not in too bad a shape. But however, it could use a facelift since it's from 1964. Heck, it's even older than me. So, all right, stay tuned for the final reveal. All right, it is the final reveal for my buddy Scott, the retired firefighter. So anyway, Scott, hopefully you like this, how it turned out. So I will admit, this has been the hardest model in my short YouTube career here. I had to paint this thing like 4 times. I don't know why. It just didn't look good every time I did it. So anyway, finally, the last time it took. So anyway, so here it is. So the Kent Fire Brigade Merriweather fire truck, king size, number 15. So here's what I did. So I painted the ladder a nice gold, nice silver. Painted the bells and the little control tower gold. Cleaned up the window unit. I didn't dip it in pledge. I'm not doing that as much as I used to. I just kind of like to leave them natural if they're already in decent shape. And painted the entire fire engine red, obviously. And I actually painted the tires black. I kind of like to paint all the Matchbox tires, that Tamiya TS14 black. I think it makes them look brand new. So anyway, there it is. The king size number 15 fire engine. So if you like this video, hit the like button. And I want to thank you for all my new subscribers watching this. And also a huge heartfelt thanks to my loyal viewers. And this was a fun build and a fun dedication. So if you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe, all that good jazz. And got a couple things coming up. We got our Diecast Mafia monthly build, which is being extended to the community. So please join in. We're doing Jaguar, anything but Lesney. So newer Matchbox, Husky, you name it. And that was chosen by 2HD Cat. And so yeah. So on that note, thanks for watching. Stay safe, and I'll see you on the next one.